Hey guys, welcome to day 50 of 100 Days of Code. You've made it. It's halfway. You've gone so far from the beginning. And today I've got a special project just to celebrate that. We're going to be building a auto Tinder bot. So for those of you guys who don't know what Tinder is, and I'm not sure if I believe you, but Tinder is basically an app which helps people date online. The idea is that you see somebody's profile, you hit like, and if they like your profile as well, then you've made a match and you can chat to each other and potentially set up a date. Super simple, and it's probably one of the top most downloaded apps currently. So there's a bit of a backstory about how this project came about. A few weeks ago, I was at a barbecue and some friends started talking about how they were so frustrated with online dating. One of my friends, let's call him Jason, says that he spends about 2 hours a day swiping and chatting on Tinder. But even after all of that time and effort, he just doesn't end up getting any dates. And at that time, I remember looking around and pretty much all the boys in the group actually agreed with him and said they were also spending a lot of time swiping on Tinder, but they all had the same problem: very few matches. So this got me really curious, and I did a bit of Googling. It turns out that Jason and my friends are actually not alone. It's not just them who's not getting enough swipes. I found a guy on Reddit who requested their data from Tinder and he posted his stats online. So apparently he only got a total of 110 matches out of 26,800 swipes over 4 years. That's 0.41%. This poor lad has almost a better chance of winning the lottery at that rate. And this is not just a one-off. I found another guy who posted his Tinder stats, and this guy did a little bit better, where he got 133 matches out of 12,631 swipes. So basically just one match for every 100 swipes. All of this swiping means that they must have spent a lot of time inside the app as well. And I looked around for Tinder stats that they give their investors to show how great their user engagement is and why they're worth how much they're worth. So back in 2014, the New York Times interviewed the company and they said that users log in about 11 times per day, and men spend around 7.2 minutes per session and women spend about 8.5 minutes per session, because we're a bit more picky, with a total average daily engagement time of around 90 minutes. That's 1.5 hours of swiping per day. That's crazy. I didn't know that much about Tinder, but after all this research, it gave me an idea. What if Jason didn't have to do all this swiping manually? What if he could just write a program that would automate this whole process and swipe for him? Long story short, I introduced Jason to Selenium and Python, and now he's happily married with 3 children. Just kidding. Actually, Jason is still trialing our little program, but he's doing pretty well and much better than before and saving himself a lot of time. But most importantly, I think it makes for a fun project for us to practice our Python and Selenium skills. Now, the first time I realized that people actually want to automate this instead of choosing the people they want to swipe on is when I came across this product called the Tinder Finger, which is something that you plug into your phone and it powers the finger to just keep swiping right, which basically means liking everybody until somebody likes you back, and then you've got a match and you can chat with them instead of endlessly swiping right. In fact, I found a whole bunch of YouTube videos out there of people building contraptions to swipe for them. So we're going to try and create this only using software, more specifically using Python and Selenium. Now, just a word of warning, if you're going to be swiping right on Tinder, it might be worth telling your other half about it, just in case they accidentally find you on Tinder through the corner of their eye and you end up in some sort of bad situation where they really get angry at you. Also, I know that you might not be looking for a date right now, or you might have your doubts about signing up to a dating app using your real name and photo just to practice some Python programming. In that case, you can try a website called thispersondoesnotexist.com to auto-generate some profile pictures for you. These images, every time you refresh, is an image that's generated by a neural network using machine learning, and these are not real people's faces, but they look pretty real to me anyways. And you could, in fact, use this profile for this auto Tinder swiping project. Pick somebody, sign up to Tinder, and then we're going to use Selenium to automate the entire process by swiping on the Tinder website. This is what it looks like. Your bot is going to log in using Facebook, and then it's going to click on all the things that needs to be clicked so that you can actually reveal the buttons for swiping. And then it just swipes through everybody. And once it hits a match, that's going to be a pop-up. So it's going to click on back to Tinder and continue swiping. Now remember that Tinder has a maximum of 100 swipes per day. So unless you upgrade to one of their pay tiers, your bot is only going to work on 100 swipes per day, no matter how much you automate it. But I'm sure you're a busy person. Saving your 100 swipes is probably already worth creating the bot. And if you're somebody who's on Tinder Premium or whatever it is they call it, then you could actually continue swiping all day. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings by auto-matching with them using a Tinder bot like the one that we're about to write, then feel free to complete the challenge just by hitting dislike on everyone so that you don't match with anybody. So that's the project that we're going to be building today. And if you head over to the next lesson, we can get started with the step-by-step challenges.